All right, so we started the Sichah, and the last question that Rebbe left off as, how does Rashi know Vayichtav Moshe was from Bereshis till Mount Dero, and the mitzvah that they're commanded in Mara? So we're holding Ois Gimel. All right, weiter, later, if impossible, Yikach Sefer Bris Vayikra Ba'oznei is Rashi Mefarish, the Verter Sefer Bris, Bereshis Van Mantera or mitzvahs should establish Mara. Now, later in the Parsha, it says that he took the book of the Bris and read it to the ears of the nation. So Rashi quotes from the word Sefer Bris, and he says, from Bereshis until Mantera, and the mitzvahs commanded in Mara. The time is Rashi Darfta Bechal Zagen Apirish of Sefer Bris is moving. A freer werd niet der Mond as das was Moshe had geschrieben is given the Sefer Bris. Rashi upteichen as Einuach. Now, the reason why Rashi has to say what Moshe took, the Sefer Bris, Rashi tells us what it is. Does it rely on what we have, what we said on the pasuk of Yichna Moshe is called Divrei Hashem. So why don't we say that it says over here that Moshe and the Yichna Moshe is called Divrei Hashem? So why does Rashi again have to tie up by Yigach Sefer Bris is referring to the same thing? So the Rebbe says that's understood is because before we never said that he wrote the Sefer Bris. So Rashi is telling you that Yichtiv over there and Vayikach, it's the same thing. The Rebbe says we have to understand. Livas Rashi Livas. After Rashi Hibber Chazin Dod the Ale Pratim was Shen gesagt by Vayichtav Moshe by Bereshis and Mantera, and mitzvah should establish Mara. Why does Rashi have to repeat all the details that he already said when he wrote Moshe wrote from Bereshis until Mantera, the mitzvahs of that he was commanded in Mara? And Nargi Darfazagan as thus is them Sefer Shekos. So Moshe, he could have just said that when it says Vayikach, it's the sefer of this pasuk. Let me just look for a second. The pasuk of Vayikach is in Parsha Shom Zayin, and the pasuk of Vayichtav Moshe is Chuftal. So the question is, why does Rashi have to say the whole thing again? Well, there Lashon Harash from does sefer bris to Ksiv L'mayla Vayichtav Moshe. And you see the Rashbam, he says, what is the Sefer Bris? This is regarding what it says that Moshe wrote. So why does Rashi have to tell us again that the book that he took is the same, is the whole details? So the Rebbe says the Chayavot Gekenzagin, seemingly perhaps you can answer. As Rashi darf oisrechim mepratius, Rashi has to outline and has to spell out all this because the pasuk says, well, the pasuk states down, but you got to say for a bris, but you pasuk says simply that he took the book of the covenant and read it in the ears of the nations. But it doesn't say how much Moshe read. Well, as the Mechilda says from the Torah, we don't know from where he read. The Dibber get Rashi to listen. Therefore, Rashi says, as does was at the lane, is given the gracious one Mantera, Mr. should establish the right and God's from our bris. Therefore, Rashi tells us that what did he read? He read the entire Sefer Bris. That's how much he read. Aber Mekan Azainit Einlearning. But it says, but you cannot learn it this way. Why? Well, if he's able to Rashi sich gedarf stellen, als die weiter Vayikra Ba'oznei und der Ruf sagen, als Vayikra mean the Bereshis. Rashi should have took the words Vayikra Ba'oznei and say that he read from here. Rashi tells sich aber if die weiter Sefer Bris. Rashi, when he in the Dibra Maskell, he's typing up the Sefer Bris enough more. As I feel in the Mace of a gamer, he doesn't even add the words of a gamer that I'm as Alim Shachakosov. Mr. Fulis Mubaraz had the Oisin to fire sein. Nit was Vayikra nor Vachel Sefer der Pasuk made. Therefore, you have to say that Rashi aims to explain not what Moshe read, but rather what the Torah refers to when it says the book of Sefer Bris. Chazer Rashi Ibris like Pirush Pratis. Why does Rashi repeat his earlier interpretation in detail? Dali. Let me das verstehen, bei dem noch Adir Koloschen Rashi in der Friedige Pirush Hanal, the exclamation, Brishes war man Tera, because of mitzvahs Shinestav Gemara. So, regarding, it says that, when it says that Moshe wrote, that, so what does it say? So what does Rashi touch up? He says from Bereshis until Mount Torah. Then it says he also transcribed the mitzvahs commanded in Mara. The third is the word v'kasav ibrik. The word v'kasav, what does it say? V'yichtameshim Bereshis by Mount Torah. V'kasav mitzvahs shenistav b'mara. Why does he have to say that? Hasheltzav dof ayif v'yichtamesha. Ot given genug boys. Der vav ha'chiber mi'Bereshis by Mount Torah. U'mitzvah shenistav b'mara. What alleen verstanden as does als is nichlal in dem beichtiv. Why does Rashi have to say? We don't think this really. You see how the Rebbe is medayik in every single word of Rashi. Rashi's touching of what does it mean he wrote. Rashi says he wrote from Bereshis to Mount Torah and the mitzvah of Mara. So what does it have to say because of? Just say Bereshis from Mount Torah u'mitzvah shenistav b'mara. What alleen verstanden as does alleen als is nichlal in dem beichtiv. And we would understand on our own that this is all what Moshe wrote. So is the beer the explanation is as follows. That in Kolel a parsha von Vel Moshe Omar Allah al Hashem is regarding the whole section. And Moshe and to Moshe he said, "Come up to Hashem." Is Farana Machlikas Yishin before Shatera. When the parsha is gesagt geworden, und wenn es seinen Formen kommen, die alle Mirois werden welche the parsha that. Regarding this parsha. That he said to Moshe, "Come up to Hashem." There's a machlekes amongst the commentaries regarding this section. When was it said, and when the events discussed in this section occurred? Rashi that there's parshas who never quite the Meseres Adibris. Obadal Sivin Nemra Allah. Allah. Let's say he says, "Eich." The Beis Moshe is given being Dal. Now Rashi learns that the section, really, this section of Moshe Allah Hashem, was said before Mount Torah. When Dal Sivin. He said, "Come up," was also said, this means that Moshe wrote from Bereshis till here, and Mara, he wrote on the fourth day, on Adre Zachin, and other events, and other events, for example, that he built the Mizbeach, that occurred on Heisib. That's a Rashi list. Das Ramban, weil ist das als vorgekommen nach der Sesse, der Besnachbar Terra. However, the Ramban, he learns that all these events occurred after the sense that Dibris was pronounced, and that is after Mount Torah. The Tzad Machlekes in dem Zman, wenn die Parsha ist gesagt geworden, kommt euch Ares Hashini in dem Pinish von dem Pasuk, wo Yom Moshe Saperlam, also called the Hashem, is called Mishpatim. So according to this disagreement, it comes out that there's going to be, this is going to result in a big difference in interpretation of the Pasuk, when Moshe came and told all the people all the words of Hashem and all the Chukim, all the Mishpatim, sorry. Later, Rashi made called Divrei Hashem Kanal the Mrs. Parsha Prisha Vagbala. So, according to Rashi, when he says all the words of Hashem, that's the mitzvah of Prisha Vagbala. When let's call Mishpatim, and what does it mean? All the Mishpatim. These are mitzvahs shenistav b'neinech, the Shabbos, Kibbutov, Ve'im, Paraduma, Ve'din shenitnu lehem b'mara. So, according to Rashi, it comes out that all the mitzvahs, so we say, it's called Divrei Hashem, that refers to the mitzvah Prisha Vagbala. And Mishpatim, that refers to the 7 commandments of Neach, were commanded, and Shabbos, honoring one's father and mother, the laws of Paraduma, the laws given to them in Mar. Now, so that's what comes up. Yisaper Meshur, Yisaper is called Divrei Hashem, let's call it Mishpatim. Since that happened before Mount Torah, you can't say it must be stuff that happened before Mount Torah. What's that? Zay Mitzvah Neach, Shabbos, Kibbutz Ve'im, Paraduma, etc. However, that's Ramban, but it's very damit called Divrei Hashem. You mean das was der Eberstraat gesagt nachmanter. However, according to the Ramban, all the words of Hashem refers to what Hashem said after Mount Torah. Atem reisim ki min hashamayim cholim mitkal mishpatim, which means you have seen that from the Shemayim, and all the mishpatim refers to God's parsha mishpatim. This is the parsha of Moshe. Mishpatim refers to the whole parsha of Mishpatim until and include this section until Moshe is that. Der Achilles zwischen die zwei days bringt euch Achilles in dem Teichen von dem Bris. Now, based on this, it comes out that there's going to be a big difference in understanding what does covenant mean. And Yonei for that Bris is to verstärken dem Kisher the Chiber zwischen die welche seinen sich Mishpatim in dem Bris. Und nicht dann Iden mit dem Teira, was durch der Teira, was der Eberste hat sie gegeben, weil sie verbunden euch mit dem Ebersten. Now, it comes out of this. What the point of a covenant is to bring a bond and connection between two parties participating in the covenant. Now, in our case, what's the two parties were the Jewish people and the Torah. And through Torah given by Hashem, the Jewish people also connected with Hashem. If he says, woman, as like Rashi, as their bris is given far man Torah. So now it comes out, according to Rashi, the bris was before man Torah, is the bris Oif und durch den Jahren was der Eberste hat gegeben in Farman Torah. So it has to be the bris of the things that Hashem gave before man did. Frati Vlacha can starken bris in the bris, especially things that can make stronger the bris. We can't remind us of Higadami. The power of his actions, he told his nations. So, we can't remind us of Higadami. Bris is not Chedesh Hazeh. When the bris is given, Al Tachad Vakta B'Twa there, as I said, there is a holy. So it means that the covenant served as a preparation and an introduction to Mount Torah. However, the last that I'm about to is their bris given, because for when the bris to we was the Eberste had ungesagt nach Mount Torah. However, according to the Ramban and others, the bris was associated primarily with the commandment and instructions Hashem gave to the Jewish people after Mount Torah. If he says, moving as when the pasuk says, "Vayichta Meisha the ksivu from the sefer our bris to sefer was to verbunden mit dem Bris, wie gesagt, weiter in der Parsha wird gemeint, like Peshashi, als hat geschrieben, called the Hashem was seine Schäden bei dem und gesagt worden zu ihr, in der Heino, im Reishis on Mount Torah, and the Mitzvah is not a so therefore it comes out, according to Rashi, since we're speaking about before Mount Torah, it comes out that what does it mean that he wrote all the Divrei Hashem? That's referring to the things that happened before Mount Torah, which is Bereshis to Mount Torah, Mitzvah is not a was the Ksiv is given, in the place sleep, Mishpatim to get created as they or those gufas, if you tell for them bris. Moshe wrote down not only to later read it in the ears of the Eden, but writing it down itself was also part of the process of forging a bris. With them was es verschrieben hat es bekommen hat es selbst Teikif. Those that the Eden were verbunden with them. And what happened was that by transcribing the covenant, it gave strength for the Jewish people became more forcibly obligated to keep and connect the covenant. All right, tomorrow Rich Hashem will finish the Sichah, hopefully. Goodbye.